Hi YouTube. Um, it's been a long time since I've done any readings on YouTube, but I was guided. Over the last few days, I've literally not been able to feel my feet, my legs, and when I have felt them, it has been very painful. I went into meditation last night, and when I woke up this morning, I realised that I've been guided to do these readings for a while and I haven't done it, and it manifested in my legs. So here I am doing what I'm being asked to do. So I'm going to start with, as we are in Gemini season, I'm going to start with readings for Gemini, and I know it's late. I know it's the 6th, but today is actually the 6th of the 6th, which represents balance, as above, so below. So let's see. Gemini rising. Gemini rising, not Gemini moon, just Gemini rising. Okay. Whoa. Okay. A lot of good stuff, Gemini. Good stuff, good stuff. And as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm being guided to say that this month's energy is very much about the mind and the senses, Venus. Okay, I'm just going to pick a card to see which chakra you will be working with specifically over the next 28 days. 28 days. This one, okay. Okay. So what we have here as the center of your reading, Gemini, is fertility. The Empress card. So for me, this talks about the time being very fertile right now in regards to your inner wisdom, your capacity to be able to create from your heart center, abundance, working with your divine wisdom in order to give birth to new ideas, new situations. Number 3 also talks about, to me, an expansion of that wisdom at this time. I want to say, I feel like you are going through a gestation of pregnancy. So some of you may be pregnant. Some of you may be pregnant with ideas, new projects that you want to take further. Very good card. What's crowning that is the solar plexus. So, and that's also a number 3, as you can see. I also want to say this is also about Trinity energy. This is also about you balancing the higher realms on the earth through your heart, through your vessel, but specifically through your heart. And it's interesting because this actually very much resonates with the energy of the season of Gemini being the mind and Venus, number 6, being the feminine energy. This is very much a feminine card, heart-centered. This is very much a masculine card, and I feel as if we're talking about wisdom and will, balancing the two within the Trinity: earth, spirit, the self, the physical vessel. So this is talking about your will. This is talking about the masculine energy of this is talking about balancing these two. Because in order for your will to be part of your action, in order for your actions to be centered within your will, you also have to be able to connect to your heart to know what your will is. The two balance together. So this is the key for the Gemini season, for Geminis to balance the two. Okay, the energy is coming in from the spirit world, passion ignited, and that goes very much with this card. And I'm feeling that this is not just in regards to physical passion, this is also in regards to spiritual passion. Can you see that? Can you see the green heart, the yellow? And they're both in this card. The two are balanced. So this is what the universe is sending to you, the balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine via the heart to bring forth a new experience, a new beginning in regards to emotional connections, in regards to spiritual connections. And I think it's quite interesting because we have the union, the spiritual union. So Gemini, what I want to say is there is a transformation that has taken place for you. And what has taken place is your higher self, your divine feminine and masculine, have joined in union within the spirit world. At this time, you are being asked to replicate, anchor those energies via your heart, your solar plexus, your wisdom and your will, which will then manifest on the earth the balance of this. And it's interesting that that is a one, because the union of the two becomes a one. And as you can see, we have the green and the yellow also within that card. From the past, we have destiny. So there is a cycle, as I said, there is a cycle that has been completed. There is a transformation that has taken place that has allowed these new energies in from the spirit world. This balance. And I want to say, there has been a communion of separated, faceted aspects of self that have joined back into union in order to make a whole, in order to allow you to function, act from your heart center. Completion. So this is this that's taking place in regards to your relationships, not just with people but also within yourself, is divinely set. It's part of your journey at this time. The future, rejoice and celebration. And I think it's quite interesting that we have 1, 2, 3. So there is a process that's taking place here. Number one, the all that is. Number 2, divine union, the Vesica Pisces. Number 3, rejoice in celebration. But I also feel that this rejoice in celebration is because within this union, you have given birth to something, to a child, to an idea. Something has manifested from this union to give you this energy here. And I'm feeling very much the child, the fertility. A child is in the ethers, ready to be born. Okay. What's the guidance? What's the guidance from the angels and the spirit world at this time for Gemini? God of conflict and resolution. You are being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. I'm being guided to say that your perception of this current situation, this conflict, is not from a high perspective. When you step away and you are able to see it from an outside perspective rather than being inside, you will understand that this conflict was actually a reflection of yourself, bringing all these parts in. The destiny cards, remember, this was the past. So this person that you're having some conflict with was actually to reflect the conflict currently going on within yourself that is now coming to an end, especially if you follow the guidance of the card and walk away. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's just whether you choose to have a space of peace and tranquility or conflict. And I feel like this card is also connected to this. I feel as if this situation holds some manipulation where you feel as if your will is being disrespected, not honoured. And what I'm being guided to say to you is that your will can only be honoured by yourself. So if someone else is choosing not to acknowledge what it is that you wish to do or wish not to do, then that's not your concern. Your concern is to recognise your own will and for you to move in accordance to that. And if you use the two, your wisdom and your will, that actually makes sense to walk away, because your wisdom will say to you, from a heart perspective, a higher heart perspective, your wisdom will ask you to make choices that are for the highest good of all, and use your will within that. Can you see the yellow within that card? So this is more to do with your choices. Are you going to accommodate this? Or are you going to step into your higher mind? Your higher mind is your will and your wisdom in balance. Number 6. Okay, I'm going to draw one more card from the Crystal Oracles to see what energies that we can call in to assist you in walking away from that conflict. Let's see. What crystal energies can we give to Gemini at this time to support this transition of completion? Thank you. Lapis lazuli. Can you see that? Number 4. And I'm just going to read it out to you what it says. Just put that there. And can I suggest anyone that's actually experiencing this conflict with someone else or even with yourself, see the geometric shape within the card and take it into your third eye. Take it into your third eye. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes and just feel. Because this is a lot to do with your perception, as I said. And it says, inner light guidance. What we ultimately seek is the truth of our own being, the power and eternity of our inner light. At some point in the life of all beings, the great journey of liberation and divinity must begin. Lapis lazuli is an important crystal, giving us the strength and courage to travel our own center. This stone reminds us that we are the masters of our own destiny, the designer behind our creation. Lapis serves us as a safe guide into the depths within ourselves in order to realize the peace of our essential nature. This stone helps us to trust in the future, where we drive and co-create our own reality. Ashe. So, to summarize, balance. Balance of the heart, the wisdom, and of the mind. This is the mind, the physical representation of the mind, your will. In order to begin a new cycle within love, spiritual endeavor, spiritual progress. Bringing in that fertility and that love and anchoring it into the earth by having a human experience of spiritual union with another, which will also reflect you. Your will, your wisdom will be reflected within this relationship. The past, bringing all aspects of self together in order to complete a cycle, to begin another one. The new cycle. The future. Rejoice in celebration. Number 3, bringing forth another idea, child, and being in rejoice. Energies that currently at play, conflict resolution, to walk away. Perception of the situation not being of the highest mind. Walk away and find clarity. Lapis lazuli, inner light. For those of you that choose to work with the energy of this card, can I suggest that you drink plenty of water for the next 24 hours if you choose to take it into your third eye, and rest. This is a card of healing. I hope you enjoyed that, Gemini, and I shall see you again. Peace and love.